Okay, so let's go over the mobile app now. And this is, I mean, on a day to day, this is mostly what you'll be using. Logging in, what I just showed you, that is, mainly if you want to dive into the data a little bit more and figure out some things about your business, definitely some important things there. But on a day to day, you'll want to make sure that you're using the app so that all that data stays accurate. And also, a lot of that data you can actually just look at on your app. So go to your app store, just search Sisu. Google Play as well. It's this orange one right here for realtors, has our branding and everything. I see a nice 7 stars there, 7 5-star reviews. Download it. Make sure you get that. It's just going to look, this is the little icon on your phone right here. So we'll pull that up. And first thing you'll see, it'll pull up your home screen. This is just a condensed version of your goals and your pacing towards your goals. All those, this is basically the most important breakdown of your pipeline. So the activities that are taking someone from a contact all the way through to a closed deal, right? So, and I can break these down. I can look at, just by clicking up here, I can look at it in October, but maybe I want to check my pacing on a week-to-week basis. So I'll just look at this week and you'll see, I'm on track for contacts. I'm almost on track for first-time appointments. Under contract, I'm on pace. Buyer signed, I'm on pace. Listings taken, I'm a little behind. Closed, I'm behind. So, good way to keep up on those numbers. Once again, it's just a numbers game. So, for the most part, if your conversion ratios are on point, you hit these numbers, you're going to hit your end goal of, what you want to accomplish. So let's pull this back up for monthly. And the way that you track these activities is come to the center. So the little center thing down at the bottom looks like a little target. You can just say, you can see I've already tracked today, but, I can say, okay, I did 50 contacts today, right? And just save that and come back over and you'll see it updating, right? So I'm still a little behind on my goal. Maybe I want to really hit it hard and do another, 60 contacts today and see if that gets me on pace. And it does. So notice the contact circle just filled up. I'm on pace there. And it works that way for most activities. If you come down here to dials, appointments set, buyer showings, exercise, thank you cards, recruit appointments, anything you want to track is on here. Your administrator will have set some of these activities so that they'll automatically show up. If you want to track some more personally, so say there's something that's not showing up here that you want to track, just go to the More tab on the very bottom right, go to Activity Settings, and just choose, you can turn off and on the ones that you want or don't want. So, you can see that there's all kinds of different activities in here that you can use. And I should mention, we did the goal setup on the desktop earlier, but you can also set your goals from the app, and just plug them all in right here. So however you want to do it, both ways work. But back to tracking. So you're tracking all your appointments. Now, when you're doing first-time appointments or signed, by signed, we mean like a signed listing agreement or a signed buyer broker. Under contract means one of those clients goes under contract to purchase a house. Closed, obviously, the transaction funds and everyone gets paid. Everyone's happy. So the way it works with those is those are all actually tied to someone in your pipeline. So you'll notice if I click the plus button on first-time appointments, it's going to pull up my pipeline because it wants to know who did I go on the appointment with, right? So maybe it's someone that I've already added into my pipeline here. Maybe it's something that's already pulled from your CRM, but you'll want to say, who it was that you went on the appointment with, or if they're not in here already, just hit the plus button at the top and say, let's go. You guys are in Boston, so we'll go with Dustin. And say, he wants to sell his house, or no, he don't want to buy a house because he's not moving out of Boston. And his transaction amount is $500K. And let's say the GCI on that is 3%, right? And your split on it is 50%. So all you're saying is who it is, what the transaction's worth, and what that deal is worth. So the commissions value is associated, right? Maybe you have to estimate some of these at the start, and you can go in and update later if you need to. But, just keeping it simple for the time being and saying stuff like, okay, we went on the appointment today, and save that. And you can see if I go back to home, okay, my first time appointments just went up because it's logging that I just went on an appointment. I can click there again to pull up my pipeline and, find Dustin there again and say, yeah, the listing appointment or the buying appointment went great. He signed a buyer broker with me. And that's going to move him to the next stage of your pipeline. So you'll see if I go to signed now, I have a signed client. Dustin's popping up there. You could tell I've used that example before. You could pull it up and edit it as you need to, right? So you can say, yep, he went under contract, and the settlement date on that is December 14th. And what it's going to do is now you're going to have a pending transaction. So you're going to see in your under contract, you can find him there again. Notice he's right here. And then, once that date hits, so once December 14th hits, it's going to say, yeah, the transaction went through. It's a closed deal, and it's going to show that you closed the deal in December, right? And if for whatever reason that deal falls through, it's just basic managing your pipeline. Say he sends you an email and says, hey, I'm not interested in buying a home anymore. I got cold feet, whatever. Come back in and say, okay, that settlement date never happened, so I'm just going to clear that out. Now, I don't want to clear out these other dates because he did go under contract, he did sign, he did go on an appointment. So you want to keep those in there for, tracking your conversion ratios. But you're just removing that settlement date because he never ended up closing, and you're saying, let's archive him. So let's keep it clean. I'm going to move him to archived and say, got cold feet. Okay, save. And then I could come back into archived and I can see him there, say he ends up coming back through. I could, I could hit activate and move him back into my pipeline. So, say he changes his mind again. I could say changed mind. And, I'm going to pull him back in. So when I go back over once again to under contract, I can find him there again. I can put that settlement date in again and say, yeah, he's going to close on December 11th. Whoops, got to hit done. Whoops, what's going on? December 12th. Save that. And once again, it's going to show that you put someone under contract, that you have a pending transaction, all that stuff. So pretty simple there as far as managing your pipeline. And a lot of agents are doing this on a notebook or on a whiteboard, Excel spreadsheet, whatever it is. Just keeping track, of what's in your pipeline and knowing what you have coming down and how much money you're going to make in the next 30, 40 days, right? Like in the bottom right, I can see the commission values associated with everybody who's in this pipeline, right? And I can see bottom right, if you're looking there, that's how much money I've made this year, right? And everyone who I have signed, so every buyer broker that I've signed, every listing agreement that I have signed, I can see the value of those and know how healthy my pipeline is, right? So maybe I have tons of commissions under contract, but imagine I have nothing signed or nothing in my pipeline. I know that I need to double down on my lead gen efforts, so my contacts and my appointments. Maybe I need to ask for more referrals, so I'm going to come in here and, I'm going to track. Let's see if I have referrals turned on. So I'm going to track my referrals and, make sure I'm asking for 5 referrals every day, and then I can come back in and look at that and say, how many referrals have I done? There's some reports over here. So, 5 referrals. I can switch and look at it each week and say, how many referrals have I asked for this week? And I see, 5. And once again, you can change these activities just by going to more and activity settings. Turn them off and on based on the ones that you want to track, the activities that are important for your business. So that's kind of the gist and the basic way that all of this works. We have a knowledge base at kb.sisu.co. I'll send that over with your admins so that you can hop in and track these and know what's going on. Really, we're seeing a lot of teams and a lot of agents, the ones who are, pretty consistent with this stuff, they're having a lot of success. We had an agent in 2017, they closed 32 deals in their first year. So pretty good numbers, especially considering, you think in your first year, it's going to take you 2 or 3 months at least to get your first transaction. So awesome results there. We took a team they were doing about 90 transactions a year to about 200, in 12 months. So they about doubled their business in under a year. And, other teams like Jeff Cohn's brokerage, I mean, they've been doing this stuff for years, and that's what's allowed them to grow from 70 to 700 transactions. So there's a lot of power in just knowing these numbers, locking them in, and then holding yourself accountable to achieving them. It's really just a numbers game, and if you can do this, lock down on it, then you're going to see those benefits with time, and you're going to know where you can improve on your business. So, yeah, check out our knowledge base, kb.sisu.co. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to success@sisu.co. We'll answer you back real quick and answer any questions that you have. If you need additional training, more than happy to provide that. Happy selling. Good luck out there. And remember, it's just a numbers game. So hit these numbers and it's all going to work out. Okay, thanks.